We apologise for this interruption to the scheduled episode of the podcast, but there was a small announcement that I forgot to make on Tuesday when we recorded this, and that is that today is Ian's birthday. So happy birthday to Ian. He's a fantastic dad. He works hard behind the scenes, getting all of our tech ready for streams and things, does a lot of work in the city itself, and is currently making a massive mess in my studio. Sounds wrong. Working on our mock for this weekend. So go and show him some love, either in the comments or over on Instagram at IanBrickBod. Wish him happy birthday. He's already had breakfast in bed, so he's having a good day so far, and we're off out for lunch as well. So yeah, happy birthday, Ian.
Hello and welcome back to the Bodcast. It is episode 68, and I don't know what we're talking about today, but Carrie is here with me to help.
Yep, I'm here. I was just yawning, sorry.
Shocking.
It's quite late. So just to set the scene, we are surrounded by Lego. Like, there's literally Lego on the floor. Everywhere there could be Lego, there is Lego. If you tune in tomorrow for our Friday video, you might catch a glimpse of that. We're just trying to get ready for the Swindon show. So Great Western Bricks. The Great Western Brick Show. That's not easy to say.
Is it not?
No. Okay. And yeah, it's chaos. And so I've managed to make Ian stop for a second so that we can do the podcast.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about like the etiquette in buying retired Lego, specifically from Facebook Marketplace. Is that right?
Yeah.
That seems fair.
Pretty much what we're talking about.
So we were at your parents' house this weekend.
Yeah.
And I always check Facebook Marketplace because that's what I do. And there was a bulk lot, £30. And I zoomed in and I said to Ian, look at that. And he's like, that's Fred, and it's a Scooby-Doo minifigure.
Yeah.
So we both know that Scooby-Doo minifigures are probably worth quite a lot, and like the whole mystery machine itself, worth quite a lot. And so we're thinking, £30 for the lot, we should get it.
Yeah.
So we contacted the seller and said, is this still available? And they said, yes, someone's picking it up tomorrow, which is a bit of an odd thing to say. Like, personally, if I'm selling something via a marketplace, if I said someone's picking it up, then I'd say it's not available. He said, if you can get here before then, it's yours. It's first come, first serve. And we were like, should we try and get there today to get it or not? Now, we didn't know, did we?
No, it was really awkward because it's like going, we had no idea whether that's what he's told the first person.
Yeah. Or
whether, you know, if someone picks it up, he'd just send them an email and go, sorry, you've missed it, kind of thing.
Yeah, whether he said to them, look, I'm going to try and get rid of it still, and if you can get here sooner, then you're more likely to get it. Or it's an awkward position. Or whether there's even a second person and they're just trying to get someone to come quickly.
Yeah.
You have not got enough information. All we know is that it looked like a really interesting lot we've not done many bulk lots, have we? So
have we done any bulk lot?
No.
We did a Duplo bulk lot.
Yeah, so
most of which is
we keep looking for a bulk lot, but we never find any that look worth our time. And that one just seemed like it was the thrill of getting it to see if it had the whole set in or not, or whether it was just an odd figure.
It definitely had pieces that looked like they were
the right sort of
machine, the right colours,
right colouring. Yeah, but I could only see the one minifigure, so it was. We saw Scooby-Doo as well, didn't we? We thought we could see. We could only see his legs, but we thought we could see him in there. So this is possibly why it was a popular lot, I guess. But not knowing what other people know made it really hard to decide whether to go for it.
Yeah.
It turned out that there's no way we were going to make it back from Ian's parents' house in time to be able to pick it up anyway. So it's the one that got away, I guess, for us. We didn't manage to pick it up. But what's the right thing to do?
I don't know. And I mean, Lego goes so quickly.
Yeah, that's the thing. You'll see something, you'll ask if it's available, and there's like 3 people already in front of you in the queue.
Yeah.
I don't know how to keep on top of it a bit more so that I see them as soon as they get posted. Like, I get like a roundup every evening, which is normally too late. I don't know how to get them as soon as they come. And then, but the thing is, there's so many good ones and there's so many rubbish ones. So picking through them, you don't really want to be alerted for every single time that someone puts Lego on and actually it's Mega Bloks, or they put Lego on and it's just a £5 friend set, or it's just actually Duplo because they don't understand the difference. But you want to be able to catch those important ones. And part of me always feels bad if you're taking advantage of a lack of knowledge from a seller.
Yes, I mean, we've definitely seen sets that are sold well under market value. Yeah. And will typically turn up and it is a person selling their kids Lego.
And they've no idea. But if the person selling it is happy, what's it matter?
Yeah, trying to assign value to stuff isn't all that simple, actually.
So I was selling an egg cup once, and it was just a spotty egg cup, and I put it on for 50p, I think it was. And like my Facebook went crazy, the number of people wanting it, and it turned out it was like Emma Bridgewater, which I had no interest in, so I didn't care to keep it.
Yeah.
But then I was like, well, now I don't feel like I can sell it for that amount of money because it's clearly not worth that kind of money. And someone did tell me, like they said, are you sure you're happy selling it for that price? So I sold it to them for a little bit more because I was grateful that they told me. But I didn't want it, so what does it matter to me?
Yeah, you just wanted rid of it.
Yeah.
So if all you wanted to do really was to sell it and get some money back for the effort of selling it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the alternative would have just been chucking it.
But then clearly it was valuable to someone.
Yeah.
So chucking it seems the wrong thing to do. But anyway, that's a completely different story.
Yeah.
We moved on to egg cups for some reason.
Yes.
But that's the thing, not knowing what you're selling, it's your risk. So is it wrong to take advantage of that? I don't think it is. I think, I guess it depends on the value, doesn't it? If someone's selling for £5 a £100 worth set, then do you feel worse about it? Or then do you think, score! And just get very excited about it?
Yeah.
Where's the line? If it's not valuable to them, does it matter? But then there is value. They could get that money. Oh, it's such a tricky one.
Yes.
But the thing that made this one really uncomfortable was knowing that someone else was picking it up the next day.
Yeah.
And then, so the guy said, if you can get, I'm here at 8, you can get to me for 8, you can have it. And I said, all right, I don't think we're going to make it for 8. And then a message later on said, no, we're definitely not. It's like, oh, it's all right, someone picked it up at 8 anyway. So the person still got screwed over just by someone else.
Yeah.
So
maybe that original guy is the one who picked it up.
There's not enough information.
No.
And I think that's why I find sometimes it's really uncomfortable selling stuff on there. But then at the same time, I've sold stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and when you say to someone, yes, you can have it, and they never turn up, or they say, oh, I can come and get it in 6 weeks or something. I mean, that's never actually happened. But you want it gone. So the power is in your hands. But then when people haven't replied, and I have given it to someone else, they've been really arsey about it and got really angry. You said I could have it. I'm like, well, then you stopped messaging me. So, So I don't think there is a clear-cut etiquette. I think as long as you are clear with the person, then I guess you can do what you like.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just, I know it made us feel really uncomfortable. Which Lego set would you, if you'd seen it on Facebook Marketplace, would you at all costs try and get there for?
I don't think there's anything.
No, you don't care, do you? There's nothing that you want. You're happy to get what you see that's coming up. You just have no interest in retired set. Or you've got some nostalgia for some.
Yeah.
But not enough that you would run to Facebook Marketplace to get.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Plus, if you get something where you've screwed someone over, does that taint the set?
Oh gosh, I think it might.
Would you have that association whenever you look at the set?
Yeah, look at this set that is really good value, but I totally took it. Because I think that was another thing, is that how big a Scooby-Doo fan are you, actually?
Not very.
So did you want it just because it seemed like a good deal?
Yeah.
Again, I don't think I'm that much of a Scooby fan, but I'd quite like to have the Mystery Machine going around our streets. I think it would be quite cool.
Right.
I think it would look good. I'm not I must have it because I'm a massive Scooby fan.
Yeah.
I just remember watching Scooby as a child, so I'm not anti-Scooby, if that's such a thing. I'm not anti-Scooby. But I think the thing that was enticing for me was the thrill of the discovery. I think there's something in there I want to see more.
Yeah.
That's the point of buying bulk lots for me, is that element of discovery and investigation. What's this from?
Yeah.
If it's just, I see so many that are just cheap city sets.
But
that I'm I don't care, because I don't want to piece those back together. They're just parts.
Yeah.
I want to be able to say, oh, this looks like a Ninjago Gardens, or probably not Gardens, that would be crazy. Oh, the Temple of Ejitsu, if I could see bits of that.
Yeah.
I'm that's a set I really want, or that's a set that I know is worth something. I don't think I would ever go for a Star Wars lot, just because I know Star Wars figures can go for a lot, but I wouldn't have the knowledge to know which ones it would be, and I just wouldn't care.
Yeah.
At least with the Scooby-Doo ones, I'm I know these are the Scooby-Doo characters. I've got a chance of picking up this lot and being excited about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Surely everyone knows Star Wars Lego is worth something.
No,
there's still people...
Why would everyone know that?
I don't know. I think because in my head, the only people who buy Star Wars Lego are AFOLs, which I guess is not true.
Which is completely
but
wrong.
that is the only time I see Star Wars people. I don't talk to kids about Star Wars. I only see people on Star Wars streams. And they're all adults, and they're all massively into Star Wars Lego. So I just assume...
If you hang out in, like, M&R production stream,
I
there
guess
will be
that's...
children in the chat.
Yeah, I don't tend to do that.
No.
Because, it's Star Wars content.
Yeah.
It's really not for me.
Yeah.
So I don't think I understand the proper demographic for that. And therefore I believe that anyone getting rid of Star Wars understands Star Wars.
Right.
So, I think I've got the wrong idea there.
Yeah.
I guess the thing with Facebook Marketplace and Lego is there's always an element of risk. So trying to find the opportunities where it's fun to counterbalance the opportunities where you thought it was going to be good and you ended up with the wrong thing. At the time where I'm like, we've got a really good deal on the Ghostbusters Ecto-1.
Yes.
And then when I picked it up, I'm like, this is not the Ecto-1 I thought it was. Because I had no idea that they'd done the female film as a Lego set. So I was like, this is not the same thing. But then I was like, but actually, it's still an Ecto-1.
Yeah.
It will go with our Firehouse. Quite pleased about that. We don't need the figures because we've already got the figures from the Firehouse.
Yeah.
But it explained why it was so cheap. I was like, I'm getting a really good deal. Oh, I'm not getting a really, really good deal. I still think it was an okay deal, but it's just the thrill of it, Ian. That's what it is.
Good.
But I don't want to hurt someone else's feelings. I've got too much care for other people who collect Lego.
Yeah.
I need to be more ruthless.
You do.
Well, you didn't feel comfortable either.
No.
So I guess it's all's well that ends well, right?
Yeah.
For us. We don't have to feel like we screwed someone over. We just didn't get some Lego. Someone else out there might have screwed someone over.
Yeah.
They should take that shame to bed with them.
Someone local to us.
Yeah. Someone in our area. Yeah.
You look like you're thinking, who could it be?
Yeah, who's in our area? I think that was also the other problem is because I know that I would then go to YouTube and go, look what I got on Facebook and how good a deal it was. The fact that someone might watch that and go, you stole my Lego, and then be really cross with me.
Yeah.
I think that was another element to it, which is crazy.
It is a little.
But there's no way that I could have bought that Lego and not done a haul about it because I was so excited about the chase part and the checking out if it's in there or not.
Yeah.
I would have had to share that as a brick haul. So it's definitely best that there is no Lego coming into our house right now, given the state of this room.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine.
So I guess maybe we could touch on that quickly. I kind of want to know how other people build and whether this is typical. Because this is essentially just literally covering the whole floor with parts.
Yes.
How does this help you build?
They need the part.
What could you do to make it not like this?
I don't know. If the table was clear, then I'd have more space on the table to build.
I mean, the table's not clear because your mock is on it.
Well, that is the problem. I mean, it's quite a large mock.
Yeah. So I think if we're ever going to do something again for a show, especially, but it needs to be modular. You need to have no more than like a base plate on the table at a time.
Yeah.
That sounded like but that's not what I want to do kind of noise.
It would just make everything a bit more complicated and
stable.
Yeah, but also a bit more. I think it was the word
Disjointed.
No.
Over-engineered.
No.
Guessing at words.
But so like the rock work I've got goes all over the place, and it's if I had to have it that it finished at a specific point,
it wouldn't look as organic.
Yeah, it's going to look a bit forced.
Yeah.
So I'm making it modular in the sense of, you've got the main coral reef section, which, is
large.
3 base plates by 1 and a bit base plate, but that's one module. I'm then having the kind of retaining wall is another module, and that's what I'm building at the moment, which is a fun Duplo Lego Technic structure thing.
Yeah, it's colourful from the back.
So then there'll be panels which attach onto there, so those are all fairly easy to move. There's going to be another large section at the back, which again is mainly going to be Duplo maybe, if we have enough Duplo, or I don't know what it'll be. But yeah, so it's modular in that sense. It's just
every module is massive.
Are quite big. Some of the modules are big, some of them are smaller.
I think I don't understand how other people maybe do it. Maybe there's an element of make it small and portable and then build on it organically when you get there.
Yeah.
To give that more fluidity and stuff.
Yeah, that is one option, is to have you get there and then you build over the seams kind of thing.
So it's not so bad.
Yeah.
And then you just take those bits off, and that's kind of different each time. Yeah. But you've got your base layer. Yeah. That seems like it's an option. Mm. I think the problem is this was designed with a static home in mind.
This was never designed to go anywhere.
We weren't going to put it anywhere. But then we really like it and we want to show it off.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it could become portable, so
yeah,
we gave it a go. I'm not a fan of the mess.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
And I think the thing is that I kind of want to help you, but this is your chaos.
Yes.
And it doesn't work for me. I don't understand the thought process behind it. I don't know how you do work on a mock together. I mean, they do it on like Lego Masters. I think everyone has like a set role. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going to work on this monster while you work on the base kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then it's going to join together. You can't really work on something together, can you?
I mean, it depends. So, like, obviously, the coral reef, it has lots of different small bits of coral in it.
Yeah.
So you could easily both be making those bits and then attaching them on, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, there are definitely ways to do it.
But there's no way I could work on the coral while you're working on the sides because there's no room.
Well, that's because we're in a small room that's got quite a lot of stuff in it.
We don't have a bigger room.
No.
Do we need like a warehouse?
No.
It's so stressful. Okay, I think it's probably best we have a slightly shorter one and let you get on with your mock so that I can have
probably.
a less messy room tomorrow.
Okay.
Although I'm quite happy to capture this and show people what you're like.
So you're saying you want me to tidy it up or you don't want
I
me to tidy
don't
it
know.
up?
I really want you to tidy it up, but at the same time, I don't believe you can. And so if you were to half tidy it up, I'd have a less interesting bit of content for the video and still have a messy room.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have either a perfect room or a completely messy room.
Okay.
I'm
messy room it is.
Yeah, I'm
then.
guessing I know which one you're going to go
That's
for.
what we're going with.
Oh man, the stress.
So you heard it here. Carrie is fine with me leaving it in a complete mess.
Can you not make it any worse than it is right now?
I can't make any guarantees.
Oh my goodness. Okay, right. The life of a Lego YouTuber and a crazy husband who likes to make mess.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just not well timed. Like my series of here's how I made my room work better for me.
Yeah.
I think the way to make it work better for you is not allow your husband in.
Maybe.
Okay, right.
Oh yeah, it was my episode.
It was.
So thank you for listening. If you have any comments,
Here comes the voice.
feel free to leave them down below, whether it's about how amazing my mock is, or whether it's on whatever we talked about before that wasn't very interesting.
I feel like they can't comment on how amazing your mock is until they've seen your mock.
Oh, they know.
They know.
They know.
Okay.
And, leave a comment. If you're on one of the other podcast things that I don't understand, then you can contact us through Instagram, or you can just find us on YouTube to watch our back catalogue of all of the episodes. That would take a while, wouldn't it?
It would now, yeah. 68 of them. And we're still no more professional.
No.
Boom, 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 boom. 68, roughly 20 minutes a time. So that's 3 an hour.
Yeah.
So that's 22-ish hours.
Yeah.
Some good maths from me there, by the way.
Almost a day's worth.
Wow, of us just talking and being silly.
Yeah. Anyway, we will
digress.
catch you next week for another interesting instalment, probably about how the mock fell apart while we were taking it to the show.
No. It's already fallen apart once. We don't need it again.
So we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye! Please don't let it fall apart again.